I'm Pickle the satyr. A satyr is a goat boy. Imagine your story.
Hi, I'm Melanie McNew. I'm Gary Bennett's apprentice.
She got interested one day, and so I handed her the mallet and the chisel, and she took off from there.
How did I get into this? Well, this old coot was sitting down there at Muskogee, and we look after all of our people there. I've been working with the blacksmiths for about 3 years. Gary would be down there by himself, so I would go back and forth, but Gary, do you need some coffee? You may as well teach me. So he says, okay, I've got this piece right here. I want you to do just this. I want you to do it just like this, and here's your tools. And he comes back and he's like, hey, that's pretty good. Would you like to do some more of that? Are you serious about learning how to do this? So he showed me how to do everything by hand, which tools to use. I mean, everything from picking your rock all the way to a finished product. And it was
I'm working with Melanie here to teach her. She's working as an apprentice. I was looking for some help to help set up at shows and to pass on the craft. I think it's very important to pass it on, and every time I get a chance I try to teach people.
Yes, I've always gone against the grain. I took shop. I'm like one of maybe 2-3 girls in a class of like 15 or 20, and so for me to just jump into something like this is just like, why not?
Once you learn the craft, you have to go on and be an instructor. Stone cutting is a whole other craft, well, trade, because it has reverted to craft. It's not a trade anymore. Now, the difference between a stone cutter and a stone carver is that you had to be born into stone cutting. You didn't take an apprenticeship. Stone carvers took an apprenticeship, and it's a long, drawn-out process. It takes many, many, many years to learn. Well, Michelangelo.
Absolutely.
You know, Rodin. I've studied Rodin, and Rodin studied Michelangelo. Michelangelo, a lot of his knowledge probably came from the Greeks, studying the way the Greeks did it, because that's what the Renaissance was about, was to bring back the arts of the Greeks, the precision and lifelike figures.
Would you like an apprenticeship? And I said, yes, Gary, that sounds like a lot of fun. And so I've been doing it here now for about a year. What I want you to do is I've got this piece here, and you see how I've got it all lined out? It's like, oh yes, I see this. What I want you to do is I want you to take this little tiny point here, point it away from where you're working, because you don't want to bust out what I'm working on here. So what you're doing is you're tracing a line so that when you lose your line here, you know where you're supposed to be going. Okay, well now I have a bigger, flatter chisel, so I can come in and make a much deeper line in it. You can come in with the point chisel and you can really just come in and you can remove a lot of stone very quickly. Where you need to be super, super careful. It creates a stopping point so that when you're breaking this out, it can't come over here and ruin your work, because like a moat around a castle, it protects it. All we're left with is our design, our picture, our idea, our art. What we're doing here is we're making sure that we're bringing new life to old crafts, so that we want to make sure that we preserve those arts.
It takes patience, takes time. You can lose yourself in it.
Absolutely.
You get a rhythm going and you get in the, I call it the flow. You lose all track of time.
You do. You get really lost in your art. Making something beautiful out of your frustration is pretty amazing. And I'm looking forward to seeing how far we can come, inspiring not just future craftsmen, but future craftswomen into these lost arts, because if we don't, they die.
Pickle the satyr, thanks for watching. I'm Pickle the satyr, thanks for watching. I'm Pickle the satyr, thanks for watching.